Most importantly, delay emotional decisions. You see, like me, I was told I'm engaging you, but we have to wait for the ring to come so that I engage you on camera. Once I engage you, we start processing the papers for you to come to Italy. It was all a lie. Yeah. So delay emotional decisions, especially about money and intimacy. Many will be lied to because they are being told, I will marry you. You want to be married by somebody who is rich because you don't want to ever work again. You don't want to see your children suffering. But is this person really genuine? Is this a real person? Or is it a person who will make you go take a loan for them? Because they have made you fall in love with them, and then now they're telling you their lives are in danger. That you need to go take a loan for them. My friend, you will see dust. Hi everybody, thank you for coming, thank you for tuning in to Ready to Mingle. On this episode, we are talking about love, money, dating, long distance, and so on. So, we're talking about something that most people are facing, they're battling with many questions, but probably shy away from bringing up the conversation. So I'm bringing it up for you. And I'm going to be talking about these issues partly from partly from experience and also from wisdom that we find in scripture. My name is Rukenya. Thank you so much for joining. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Please. Let me try puppy eyes. I don't know. My children are trying to teach me, but I can't. So, whether you're a single mom, whether you're dating senior, whether you're someone just looking for new love, whatever the case, this issue will find you in one way or another. Okay? What do you do when it comes to spending? When it comes to you're going out for dates? Who pays for the bills? You are both seniors, you have your money. Who pays for the bill? Okay? And we're going to get deeper and talk about investments. We're going to get even deeper and talk about how much space do you allow the person to occupy before you actually put a ring on it. Yeah? Good? We can talk about that? Yeah? Okay. So, the questions you will likely hear yourself asking, if you're a dating senior, you will find yourself asking, should I help him with money? Probably you found a really good guy. Nice. Awesome. Every box ticks. Actually, he's the right fit. You know? The made to fit just the way he is. But the wallet is a bit light. So you are a woman who has been established, you have your job, you have your money, and you are able to, help out this person. Would you do it? Do you do it? Yeah, you love him, he's struggling a bit, you've seen his effort, how he's trying to navigate, businesses are not working. When is it okay to give somebody money? Vice versa, it's a woman who is struggling, they're doing their thing, it's a single mom, they have all these things they're doing. When is it okay to start paying her bills, chip in when it comes to school fees? You have money, it's not like you don't. You actually know someone you can call and connect her, to get a job or to get her deal done or get that, I can say project approved or whatever it is. You can make a few phone calls. When do you do all these things? When do you get involved in the personal matters of this person that you are dating? Should I help him or her with money? Is it okay to invest with the person you're dating? In money market, buy a property somewhere, buy a car together. Is it okay? Yeah? Can I trust someone I meet online with my heart or my wallet? I will give you a story about that one, time permitting. So I want us to have a practical and honest conversation. Yeah, I don't want to just talk. I want you to talk to me also. I want you to be talking to me on the comment section, because this is something that is affecting many people, especially single parents. Hey, because there's a sense of vulnerability, desperation. So yes, there's a bit of that in that sector, and I'll explain to you. So who pays the bills? You've gone out, whoever has chosen a restaurant, you're going out on a movie. Who pays for the bills? In dating, especially among single parents, the question of finances is a bit blurry. Because when it's boy girl, they still, they in their youth, they're dating, the expenses are not much. The boy wants to impress the girl. It's easy for him to pay the bills, because they're probably going for ice cream, probably going for a movie. The expenses are not high. But when it comes to senior singles, you find that it's not all about the bill. How can I be eating this steak and I don't have unga in my house? So you may feel guilty going out with somebody who is a single mom struggling, paying such a bill, and then leaving them to go home empty handed. You may feel like you want to compliment or supplement the thing the children have missed with sending them home with a shopping. You see what I'm saying? It's a risk, and there are questions that will come up when you're dating somebody who has children. Okay, so the question here is, you're out. Should the man pay all the time? Yeah, is it the man to pay the bills all the time, or can the lady also chip in? Okay, what if one partner is not financially stable? What happens then? Yeah, we will also explore, what does financial behavior in dating reveal about long-term values? Very important. How is the financial behavior of this person? What are you seeing when it comes to long-term values? Remember, you're probably someone who is just starting a business, or someone who has a vision, and you're looking to settling with this person. Their relationship with money, will it affect your end goal? Will it affect your future? So that's a question you need to ask. So when you're talking about money and relationships, we don't look at the plate only right here, right now. We use that information to also help us project and look at how the future will look like, what the future will look like. So it's not only about right here, right now. Okay, the guy has paid the bill. Okay, he has sent me home with shopping. Ubered me home. I'm feeling, wow, I'm well taken care of. Are you really? Is it his money? Are you sure of all this? If it's the girl who is doing all this, are you sure? Are you secure enough as a guy? As a man, are you secure enough to allow a woman to pay your bills? Are you secure enough to allow her to sort your token issue, your bills? You know what I'm saying? So are you secure enough, okay, to go that direction? Another very critical question is he or she generous or irresponsible? Is this generosity or is it irresponsibility? So when you go out and eat that steak and order whatever you want, is this really what is happening here? Is this person a spender? Is this what is going to happen in our marriage, that we will be spending everything at a go? Like everything today we are spending. What is happening? Are you looking at the pattern? What happens every time you go out? Is it itisha kenye unataka, or do you plan ahead? Where do you think we should go next? Do we have a budget? What conversations are you having around your next date? Are you discussing and saying, I think we should just do a walk because I think restaurants are a bit expensive? Is there a conversation around that? It's important, because someone who is financially informed and financially secure, and someone who has a good relationship with money will not misuse money in order to get your attention, in order to buy your trust. They will involve you in the financial decisions, or you will be able to pick what this person is saying, okay, in the conversation. So you need to answer that question. Is this generosity or is it irresponsibility? What actually is happening here? Then another question is, for the guy, you need to ask, is this lady wise or is she entitled? Is she demanding to go home without shopping? Is she saying, wait, me, I can't eat at that restaurant and my children are hungry? What is happening? What is coming out of her mouth? Because what is being said is coming from the depths of the heart. It's either coming from wounds, a wounded heart, or it's coming from a healed heart, a scared heart, or, yes, those ones. A healed heart, a whole heart, or a scared heart. Yeah, they're just anxious, they're just being cautious. What is happening? What are you interpreting? What are you discerning? Okay, so in dating, dating is like an interview. You want to see. So it's a learning period. You're learning this person and this person is learning you. So these are some of the important lessons you need to take. You need to take notes on these things. Yeah, you need to take notes. So let me read you a scripture. Luke 16:10. Whoever is faithful with little will also be faithful with much. So when you're answering that question about, is this person irresponsible or are they generous? Are they generally just generous or are they being irresponsible? When answering that question, whether this person is feeling entitled, or are they wise? Yeah, is this a wise decision to say, hey, let's not go to that restaurant? I know another one. They have the same quality, but the cost is a bit lower. Is that wisdom? Or are they demanding? What are you discerning? Yeah, what are you discerning? There is an instruction there. So if someone has little and they're managing well, there's a possibility that they're going to be able to manage much more. So when you're looking at this person, you're looking at the now, but the now is helping you project what the future is gonna look like. So that's what you're doing in dating. Okay? So another critical question now that is leading us to the depth of our conversation is it okay to give financial help when dating? Is it okay? Yeah? You're just dating this person and you're just sending them money. You're dating this person, you're just receiving money. What does that mean? Are they trying to buy you off? Is this a bait? Do they feel like you really need help like this? Why do they keep sending you money? Have you asked? Is it that they care for you so much? Why do they keep sending you money? It is a very important question. Will that be sustained long term? Yeah. Have you talked about long term when we get into marriage? You are the one who is going to be sorting all the bills. Have you had conversations around money, or do you just receive money and you keep quiet? There are no conversations going on. That's a red flag. If you're just receiving money, no conversation around it, you did not even present a need, that's a red flag. But if there is a conversation around why this person is sending you money, then discern for yourself. Is this wisdom or is this irresponsibility? Are they trying to buy me off, or what is happening here? Are they sending me money so that they can keep me in their box, so they can lure me? What is the purpose of this person sending money? Maybe you don't even have money needs. You're okay. Yeah, but this person is sending you money. Why? So this is a hot one. And I'm not saying generosity is bad. Generosity is good. It's a good trait. Yeah. But another thing that is a good trait is discernment, because discernment is protection. Yeah. Discern the intention of this person so that you protect your heart. Remember, we want to avoid heartbreaks, okay? Because a heartbreak would mean that you forever have a broken heart. You forever have a wound somewhere, okay? So we want to make sure there is no broken hearts. So discernment is much more important. So it is a good trait. It is protection. So you need to be very, very discerning. Another thing for this person who is sending money, you're not a provider in this relationship. Have you defined what this is? At what stage is your relationship? Has this person established themselves as a provider for your relationship? Is this an agreement that you sat down and decided, okay, I'll be sending you 10,000 every month until this time so that you can get 1, 2, 3 things done? Is it towards something? Is there an end to it? What is the purpose of this person sending you money or even asking for money? There are others who ask for money. Why is this person asking you for money? So it's important to discern the why, have the answer. Why? Because money is sweat, money is blood, money is tied to some things that might bring chaos much more than you may be able to, imagine. Yeah, you are not a provider for men. You are dating this single mother. You can see all the things that she's going through. You've just come into her life when she has this children or this child. You are not, one thing you need to get into your head, you are not a provider until you are in covenant. You are not a provider until you are in covenant. That is not your family yet. Okay? What if the relationship ends? What would you say everything you were doing for that relationship was? Was it a seed? Are you sowing? Are you going to expect to reap? Have you defined? That's why I'm saying define the why. Why are you giving to this person money? Is it a seed that you're sowing? Are you doing the work of the Lord? If it is the work of the Lord, go ahead and give money. But if you're doing this because you are in a relationship, what if the relationship ends? What would you say about everything that you have given into it, your investment? That is where now you hear people have soul ties. Yeah, they're just mental attachments that I gave my money, I gave my sweat to this person, but I did not receive any return back. So you need to be very careful. There's a verse that says, the prudent see danger. A prudent person is a wise person. The prudent see danger and take refuge. Yeah, you take refuge, you hide. You look at another option, you reroute. Okay, that's a wise person. Yeah, but the simple or the foolish keep going. They keep going, keep giving and giving and giving. And what does the Bible say? In the end, you pay the price. That's Proverbs 22:3. So, what are the guidelines when it comes to money, giving money, receiving money, spending money, investing with this person? I'll give you 3. The guidelines are: do not give out of guilt. Yeah, don't give out of guilt that you're feeling you've spent 5,000 with this person at a restaurant and she's going back to hungry children. Now you have to pass by a certain supermarket to do a shopping for her. You're giving out of guilt. Even if you're doing the work of the Lord, that's out of guilt. There's not going to be any return. So do it so that you're satisfied, so that you get rid of the guilt. But you need to define why you're doing these things. You don't be with somebody because you're trying to please them, or because you're trying to deal with the guilt that you're already feeling. Yeah? Don't give out of guilt. Don't give out of flattery. Don't give out of loneliness. Mothers, single mothers, hear me. This is what happens. Single mom, you're established, you have your money, there's this guy you've seen, and now because you're lonely and he's struggling with money, you've brought him into your company, given him a position, giving him money because you don't want to be lonely. You want him to take care of you when you're going to get married soon. Where? Yeah? Fire. You've started a fire. A big fire. I would not advise you to do that. So don't give out of guilt. Don't give out of loneliness. Don't give out of flattery. Guys, you want to give this person so that you can lower them, so that you can get them into your box. It's not wise. it's not wise. There's a way that, there's a way that it affects people long term. It does. Because somebody will tell you, I didn't even like you in the first place. It's your money. You lied to me. You cheated me. Yeah, with your money to get me into this position. Now I can't get out. So you hear. So avoid business entanglements entirely until covenant, until you get married. Avoid business entanglements. But you're bringing your partner. I had a cyber cafe once in a movie shop. You remember those days when in Kenya Nigerian movies came out, and we had, those cyber cafes and a movie shop library. Like you could bring your cassette. They were this big VCR. They were VCRs, yeah. You exchange the movies. Yes, I had one like that, and I got a job. So I had 2 computers. I had that library and lots of movies, and it was a big deal because you could go to Nairobi, to town, to get the movies. You buy them and then now you come and exchange. So it was a big deal in my area, and I was making a good amount of money. So I got a job. I was doing that business and then I got a job. So I left the guy I was in a relationship with to take care of the shop. My friend, I had 2 computers. I had a lot of stock and phone chargers, phone batteries, the regular things you would see at a small cyber cafe. So I had lots of those stuff. I had a radio there. What else did I have? A digital radio, actually. It had a place where the CD was spinning at the top. It was nice, it was cute. So basically I left for work for about 3 months. When I came back, hey, there was no other movie shop around. So I was very busy. I was always very busy. I was making good money. This is Kitambo Kidogo. I was making good money. But do you know what? When I came back, there was no stock, number 1. My radio was missing. 1 computer was missing. A lot of things were missing and the shop was closed. When I was doing that job, I was able to pay my bill, my shop, in 3 days. Like, that is how busy it was. Like, I would pay my rent in 3 days. Yeah. So when I came back, the shop was closed. The shop had not been paid. So I'm talking to the neighbors. They're like, it didn't even take a week after you left. The shop was closed. People would come in and out from the back door. Yeah. So the guy had sold my things. He had sold my computer, sold my radio. I think given away or sold my movies. I don't know what happened. And that business died. And that relationship didn't even work. Yeah. So you can imagine, that is what happened to me. So I'm telling you, avoid business entanglements until you get married to a person, because now you're in covenant. Okay? Ask yourself, when you're giving to this person, whatever it is you're giving them, is it your space you're giving them? Ask yourself, am I giving out of faith or out of emotion or out of confusion? Why are you giving what you're giving? Is it because you're emotional? Do you truly know this person? Do you trust this person? Why would you be giving this person money all the time or sending them money? Yeah. So another question, are you giving more than you're receiving? Because there are people who give to somebody just to bring them closer, but this person is closed. Like, they can't move closer to you. If that's happening to you, imagine that person will never come close to you. Never. Money cannot buy love. It cannot. Money cannot buy love. Money cannot buy loyalty. So it's wise to just call it quits, or take another direction. Yeah, because that is not a wise decision. I want to bring you into another segment. I want to talk about online dating. Online dating. What do you do about online dating? Especially for single moms, you're taking care of your children, You don't have much time to go out. It's work, 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 home, work, home, work, home. There's no time to socialize. Remember on my last episode, I was saying, for single moms, sometimes it's hard to have a social life because during weekends and holidays, the children have something. They probably have a sport they have to go to, or you need to take them to their friends, or or you're busy at home with them, or just taking care of the house. You find that there is a lot that takes place in your life. There's no one to step in for you to have a social life. So what happens is that there is the option of online dating, and it works. I have a friend who met the wife on Facebook, and they're married now. I think they have 3 children, and they are successful. They're living well. But not all cases are genuine. Yeah, not all of them are genuine. And I'll tell you mine briefly. So this is when 2000 and just when Facebook had come out. 2000 and what? 9, I think. Remember I told you I was a single mom. I was a teen mom. So I've been a single mom longer than I've been alive. So so I met this person on Facebook. Those days, I didn't even know what scamming was. I was also young, I think in my mid-20s or early, I don't know. This person, nice, talking to me nicely on Facebook. We're just chatting on Messenger, calls on Messenger. So we are talking. So one time, so he knows everything about me. He knows I'm a single mom, knows I'm from Kenya. At that time, I was not even in Kenya. He knows I'm from Kenya. He says he's from Italy. I don't know what. So we talk. And then one time he tells me, you know what, my love? I'm going to send you gifts. I know you know these stories. Yeah, I'm going to send you what? This is 2009. Don't judge me. Listen, don't judge. 2009. So he says, I'm going to send you a ring. I'm going to send you money. I'm going to send you clothes. I'm going to send you jewelry. Oh, my mom even loves you. He's telling me all these things, the plans that he has for us. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to get my daughter a passport. We are going to Italy. Italy, here we come. So now we continue talking. So he sends me this documents. I've already sent you the shipment. It's coming on this day. He gave me the details there on Messenger. So I'm like, wow, okay, I'm expecting this, because he sent me this ring because he wants to engage me. This is after some time, after we had spoken for some time on Facebook. He had sent me his photo, yes, but I don't even remember whether there was video call that time. I can't remember. So there was no way of telling whether this is the real person. The photo he sent me of an Italian guy just chilling there. So anyway, the shipment arrived where it was sent. I was in Dubai then. So it was sent. I gave him my address and everything. The shipment was stuck somewhere. And I was required to do what? To send him money. To do what? To go and unstuck the shipment. My engagement ring is in the shipment. How can these people hold my package and my money? I have my dollars up on ndani. So what happens? This guy tells me, oh, my love, you need to send. I had even told my mom I met an Italian guy. I'm going to Italy. Mama, we made it. So anyway, I have this guy calling. He's tensed. He's like, my mother's jewelry, very expensive. She sent me these gifts. Fabric, I don't know, linen, I don't know what. He's tensing. Hey, he's like, the money that I had, I put in the package. So right now, I don't have money on me. So what you need to do you have how much money do you have right now on you? I had saved some money in the bank. He told me, you know what? That's exactly the amount I need. We need that exact amount. You see, God, yes, go withdraw and send me. Go to Western Union now. They are about to take your engagement ring. How will I engage you now if they refuse to send you the package? So what do? I went to the bank, withdrew the money, sent him on Western Union. Immediately I sent the money. Stepping out of the door of Western Union, I picked my phone to call him. Ding, ding, ding. That's how I lost 150,000 in 2000. Let me not continue. And 9. Many single mothers, single fathers, singles are lured on the internet. I'm telling you. It is bad. It is bad. Yeah, it is really, really bad. Many people are falling for it. I'm not saying everybody is going to scam you, but it happened to me. And I know people who have been scammed. I know people who've come to me. People tell me, is this document true? I'm like, where did you get it from? I don't know, I'm asking for a friend. You're asking for a friend? Okay, go tell your friend it's not true. Because we've seen those documents many a times. But now, even the game has changed. So it's very hard sometimes to tell whether a person is genuine when there is no personal encounter, personal touch. It's very risky. It's not evil. I'm not saying online dating is evil. I'm just saying it's a dangerous path. Yeah, so you cross it, you do it if you know that's the direction God is taking you. Yeah, it's not always safe. It's not evil. It's not always safe. I wouldn't advise it, but it works. I have a friend who met somebody online. They have 3 children today, and they are okay. So there are success stories, and there are others that are not. So don't let your desperation make you go the direction I went, losing money. And I really felt, someone lies to you like that. And of course, I had genuine feelings, and I thought this is genuine. Kumbe, this guy was leading me on. Okay? There are pros and cons. Let me just talk about the pros and cons of online dating. Online dating and long distance, basically, especially if you have never met the person, opens up more options. Yeah, especially for those with children and limited social circles. So it's okay, especially if the person you're dating online is a person who has been introduced to you by another person. At least this person is known physically by somebody else. Someone can come and tell you, I have a friend who lives, say, in Nakuru, and she's single. You see, I can connect you in that way, as opposed to someone just gets into your DM. So it's different. But even it works, and sometimes it does. We know Diana and Bahati, it was a DM that worked, but walikuwa tu hapa karibu. Don't trust somebody who is miles away overseas, someone who there is no way of contacting. That is where most people get lied to, because they want to go abroad. So the pros are, it opens up more options, as I've said, and also it can build strong communication, because you're talking, like me and my husband, we had a long distance relationship because I was working away from Nairobi, but we had met physically. We would meet physically when I would come to Nairobi, but the relationship, most of the time, we actually dated long distance. It was mostly on call. And that is why you see, like, our relationship is we talk a lot, because that's how our dating was. We would talk online, on video call, just talking on the phone, talking. There was a lot of talking. Yeah, but physically meeting, it wasn't much. And that's why he loves also spending time. That's his love language, because we didn't have most of that when we were dating. The cons are harder to verify. It's harder to verify a character, because I can always come on camera and pretend to be something that I'm not. This generation is a generation of actors. Yeah, somebody can acquire an accent, my friend. Yes, they can acquire an accent. They can learn online, acquire an accent, get on camera or on phone, and drive you to where they want you to go, or where you want to go. So you are desperate and there's somewhere you want to go, they can take you there until you're vulnerable, and they destroy your character. So it's harder to verify character. It's harder to verify a lifestyle, and most importantly, integrity. How are you able to verify somebody's integrity? By spending an hour on call with them. It's good to go to a social event with a person. Yeah, see them in church, see them in a restaurant, how they're talking to the waiter, how they're talking to the taxi guy, or the makanga in the bus. So some of those things are the cons when it comes to online dating, long distance relationships, yeah. And the ones I've talked about, financial scams are rampant. Ooh, I cannot even go deeper. Yeah, especially targeting single moms and older women. Hey, older women, those ones who've raised their children, now they're sitting down eating their pension money. Yes, those ones. May God help you. Hmm? There's a scripture in Proverbs 4:23 that says, above all else, guard your heart. I read this verse to you again. Yeah, for everything flows from it. So I know you're asking, how do I discern? How do I discern this person? I'm gonna tell you. Video call often, even randomly, without waiting for them to call you. You know, video call them. Yeah. Most importantly, delay emotional decisions. You see, like me, I was told I'm engaging you, but we have to wait for the ring to come so that I engage you on camera. Once I engage you, we start processing the papers for you to come to Italy. It was all a lie. Yeah. So delay emotional decisions, especially about money and intimacy. Many will be lied to because they are being told, I will marry you. You want to be married by somebody who is rich because you don't want to ever work again. You don't want to see your children suffering. But is this person really genuine? Is this a real person? Or is it a person who will make you go take a loan for them? Because they have made you fall in love with them, and then now they're telling you their lives are in danger. That you need to go take a loan for them. My friend, you will see dust. Yeah? Also, don't do these things alone. When you're online dating or long distance dating and you verify this person is genuine, don't do it alone. Involve friends. Ask around. You know someone who lives in that city. You know, I'm not telling you to spy on that person, but you know, spy anyway. Yeah, just discernment is security. I said, just find someone to go check this guy out. I just want to know whether it won't hurt you. It won't even hurt them. It's good to always be a step ahead so that you don't find yourself in harm's way. Remember, this is your life. Your life may be in danger. Yeah, and you can never tell if you don't open your eyes to look at the things that are hidden under the surface. Okay. So I feel like I'm about to close. So when it comes to all these things, what's God's view? What would God say about the things we're talking about? Yeah. He would want us to love with wisdom. He would want us to love with wisdom. He would want us to be wise in the decisions that we are making. God will not force you not to marry a certain person or make you not pick up that call or answer that message, but he will send you signs because he wants us to love and date in wisdom, to apply wisdom. It is important. God is not against love. His name is love. His character is love. He is the one who started this. Adam alikuwa tu sawa peke yake amechill. Adam did not even tell God that he had a problem. Adam didn't say he was lonely. Adam didn't say he was alone. Adam was okay with everything that he had been given. It is God who saw that it was not okay for him to be alone. Yeah, it was God. So this issue about marriage and relationships and love, it was initiated by God. It is God who saw the gap. So if he saw the gap in Adam, a man who lived in in paradise, how about us who are living in a fallen world? Yeah, he sees the gap. He sees it and he says it's not good for a man to be alone. It is not good. So he is for love. He wants you to be in love. He wants you to get married again. He wants you to get married if you've never gotten married. He would want you to get it because it answers to something. Having a companion answers to something, I'm telling you. People say marriage is a scam, marriages don't work, but marriage answers to something in the soul of a man. There are those people who've said me, I'll never get married, I'm okay, I'm happy by myself. But deep down, there is that need that is innate. It is put there by God and you cannot get rid of it. You're not your maker. You're not the maker of self. The one who made you put that desire there, put that need there. So it is not good for man to be alone, full stop. But if you desire to be alone, then ask for the grace to do what? To live life alone. Yeah. So God is not against love, but he wants us to walk in truth. And something very important, he wants us to have boundaries. Boundaries when it comes to the people we are dating, boundaries when it comes to how we spend money, boundaries when it comes to how much space to give to each other during dating. Yeah, boundaries are important. Even when you're planning the wedding, boundaries are important. Until the day you say I do, and you walk down the aisle holding hands together after you've been announced husband and wife, or however it is that you get married, whether you're blessed by your parents. After that, now you're in covenant and you can share everything you have. But before that, don't invest with somebody you're not married to. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous zone. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 13, 5 and 6. Love is not self-seeking. Of course, I'm not reading the entire verse. I'm just speaking. Love is not self-seeking. It does not rejoice in evil, but rejoices with the truth. So my key takeaways when I was thinking about these topics today were: financial entanglements before marriage creates confusion. Yeah, creates confusion, creates soul ties, right? Things that you're not able to come out of. Deep wounds of the heart. That's the right word. They create deep wounds of the heart. Yeah. Financial entanglements before marriage creates deep wounds of the heart and confusion. Another thing, if you're a generous person, you're a giver, give from peace. Don't give from a place of fear that if I don't do this, maybe she will think I'm not able to take care of her and her family. No. What if you get into marriage and you lose your job? Your financial situation changes. What then? Yeah. Giving should come from peace, not from pressure. Okay? God will never require you to buy your way into someone's heart. No. God will never, and nobody should require you to buy your way into their hearts. That you need to prove to me that you can take care of me. If you can buy me that watch, if you can pay that bill, you need to prove first whether you're able to take care of me. That's not a wife. That's a knife. Yeah, that's a knife. So you better run while you still have legs, because that knife might be used to stop your destiny. Anyway, God desires covenant partnership built on purpose, not pressure, and not dependency. Yeah, not dependency. Don't be entirely 100% dependent on this person. That's too much weight for one person to bear. God is not bringing us into marriage so that we can depend entirely on each other, but so that both of us can look to him as our source, so that both of us can look to him as our provider, so that both of us can depend on him. That if it is not his love sustaining us, there is absolutely no way for us to love one another. But when we start introducing other sources during dating, then it's going to affect the end goal. So if you're dating somebody and you are already entangled in the things I'm talking about today, go sit down and have a mature conversation with that person. Yeah, have a mature conversation. Just tell them, I'm sorry, from today I'm not going to be able to be paying your rent. I love you. I want to spend my life with you, but let's get married first and then I will continue paying. But for now, probably, if you've been pay for the next month and then usiwache kwa matate na uanze kusema I was told by Pastor Annie on YouTube. No, just be mature, be civilized, have a good conversation. Don't leave them out in the rain. If you have already been doing it, see how to sustain them. Yeah, it's better to buy them a fishing hook other than, be the person who fishes for them, bringing food on the table. So God wants us to build covenant marriages that are built on purpose, right? And not dependency. Okay? This is my call to you today, and I'd like you to share, comment, subscribe, and tell me. I told you today I wanted this to be a conversation. I've shared some testimonies that I have never told anybody. Maybe I have a few people, but it was it's shaming, especially when it comes to being scammed, that you are scammed. Hey, how now? What do you mean? It makes you look stupid, foolish, gullible. But once you have healed, you can talk about it. So some of these things that we talk about on the show, it is because we have already healed. If you need to get in touch with us, in touch with me, get in touch with me. I'm leaving my contacts here. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Annie Rukenya, Annie Njoroge Rukenya, and you'll be able to get in touch, or you can send me a text message on the number that I have left there for you. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and share this video to somebody who you know needs to hear this message. Don't be selfish. If you are generous, be generous with this channel also. All right? Okay, let's see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.